Hey guys, so in this video I'm gonna show for you my workflow to program ESP32 using Codex. Of course, you can do that using Cloud Code or any other LLM that you prefer. And here just one quick start to you can follow up the same approach. Remember to install the Platform IO IDE extension in your VS Code. I also recommend to install the C and C++ extension. Remember to install the USB to serial driver. I usually install the Silicon Labs one, and remember to connect your board to your computer. So let's do the practice. So I'm just gonna log in the Codex CLI, and I'm gonna request one simple thing: find my ESP32 board in the account list. I'm using Windows, but of course it's gonna work in Linux and Mac OS as well. Let's wait for that. Okay, he get it. Con 7. Now create a small project with a hello world example with a futuristic aesthetic for ESP32 and return it through the IP address in my browser. Now he'll be creating in the left hand here folders and files to this project, and he's gonna build, upload the code and test that. So that's amazing. But just remember that in real projects, you need to review the code and you have the opportunity to improve the architecture because I know that in a few months ago, you're never gonna have this opportunity, but right now you're gonna have time to do that. And you can, use OOP if you are programming with C++. You can use clean code and all this kind of stuff to improve your architecture. So take your time, review your code, and improve your architecture. That's what I strongly recommend. And of course, I'm not gonna provide here in this screen sharing session my Wi-Fi credentials. So when he reach that point, I'm gonna cut the video, but I'll be back soon. Okay, now he's creating the platform IO config. Here you can see the folders. Now he's working. Let's wait. He's building the application. Build successed. Now he is uploading the firmware. Now he will check in the serial if he can see the logs. Okay, so he created the platform IO project and it's running on IP 4.1. So that's not what I need. Now I'm gonna cut the video. As I mentioned, I'm gonna provide my Wi-Fi credentials. See you soon. Okay, so he configured the SSID and the password of my Wi-Fi, and I got the IP 1.16, and that's pretty much it. That's the result. That's really simple, as I did just one small prompt, and I mean, it sounds really good for one prompt. That's the Hello World project, basically. So you can have a lot of fun working with this way. And I strongly recommend, of course, again, to review your code. But that's all. That's all I have been doing. I have some prototypes that I've been using this approach and have been working really well and reaching all my requirements. That's really nice. We are having a lot of advances in those AI agents. That's pretty amazing for me. And of course, let me know your opinion. Have you been working with microcontrollers using AI agents, or are you still programming with your hands? Let me know your experience. Let me know your opinion. And if you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video to continue to receive more content like this because it helps us a lot. And see you in the next one.